So I'm really excited to be here representing the bridal party to deliver this speech today. I'm not only excited here to celebrate with the union of these two wonderful people, but my first job as best man, I feel like I was successful. I got Jimmy to the church, sober, dressed. He had his hair done good, so if you know me, you know it's a challenge. So I'm excited that happened. So I'm so happy and honored to be here celebrating Jimmy and Maddie on this momentous occasion, as they embark on this journey together. Before I get started, though, I would like to give a special thank you to both the Garza and Sklenar family, for without this, none of this would be possible. So give a round of applause. I specifically want to give a shout out to Ramiro. Where's Ramiro at? Oh, he's right behind me. He's been hanging out with us all day in the bachelor suite. So Madeline, where's beautiful Madeline? There she is. There she is. Thank you. Ralph, where's Ralph?
Right here. Yeah.
Ralph, here you go, Ralph. Ralph's watching the Cubs game back there.
Are we? Are we not? Are we?
And of course, the wonderful Vicky Sklenar.
Oh,
Look how beautiful she looks in that dress tonight. Thank you for bringing these two individuals in the world and raising them to be the amazing people we are today. We're all here for them. While growing up, I always referred to Jimmy's mom as my second mother. She would always find a way to strategically position herself to make sure that we stayed out of trouble. We'd always see her in the different jobs, you know, in financial aid, and she would always make sure that, you know, me and Jimmy weren't, you know, doing anything crazy.
Last night when you wanted to go to Tampa?
Yeah.
What? 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 Security?
Allah, come on, bro. While Jimmy and I were at UCF, she always had her back. She would do all the dirty work for us. She was the master of intimidation. We would do nothing ourselves. If anything happened, we would ask Jimmy's mom to go out and, you know, help us out. Jimmy and I lived in several apartments together, and each three conflicts, we either got fees, or we always our rents would go up after a while. It didn't matter. All we did was call Jimmy's mom. She would go talk to the apartment complex. She would shut the door, and then literally 10 minutes later, our rent was cut in half. No, these are true stories.
No, we believe them.
They never stood a chance. We somehow end off in better position than when we started. They were happy because as long as they didn't have to see her again. We even had the unfortunate case, Allah remembers this, we had somebody break in our house. Me and Jimmy were in the movies. Allah called me. We actually didn't call 911. We called Jimmy's mom first.
Why wouldn't you?
And actually, I'm really special. I am where I am today because of Jimmy's mom. Jimmy's mom, she got me my first job. She did. She got me my first job at Bell's, and there I learned how to organize and display women's shoes. So, thank you, Miss Sklenar. Thank you for that. In all seriousness, thank you so much for being there for me and Jimmy. We appreciate all your support throughout the years. So I just wanted to tell you that. Anyways, I became so happy and excited because I knew Jimmy had finally found someone that could finally put up with him, you know. If anybody would know, it was me. I lived with Jimmy for over 8 years, and we've known each other for over 15 years. If you know Jimmy, it all started back in 9th grade biology class. I heard Jimmy in the corner talking about my beloved Orlando Magic. So if you know me, I love the Magic, and after that, the rest is history, you know. We formed a special bond that grew stronger as the years passed. We played on the volleyball team together, graduated high school together, had many fun and crazy nights out together, which I actually don't really remember. So.
Yeah.
That includes last night. Sorry. We've gone to countless Magic games together, and even threw away a lot of money for no reason. for several years, season tickets. We celebrated downtown Orlando when the Magic finally made the NBA Finals, attended the very first UCF football game on campus, played video games to the early hours of the morning with exams the next day. That's only me, because Jimmy was always responsible and studied. We talked about girls together, we played pranks on our neighbors, we cruised the high seas, and one of us even got a mermaid tattoo. I'll leave that up to your imagination, who that was.
Jimmy! I'll be talking to you later.
I like it.
Even through all of our fun memories, I have learned a lot from Jimmy over the years. He taught me important lessons, like I shouldn't try to clean everything with Windex. It was okay to eat shredded cheese straight out of the bag. And it was okay for a man to color coordinate his closet. I know Maddie likes that. I also learned all the lyrics to the new Justin Timberlake songs, because Jimmy used to like to sing in the shower.
That's another question for another time.
And more importantly, I learned from Jimmy that it is absolutely possible to get kicked out of the Nassau Senor Frogs at 11 a.m.
Amen, brother.
Oh my God.
Jimmy was the perfect roommate. Jimmy loved to clean, so every time I left the mess around the house, I had Jimmy to pick it up after me. That's probably one of the only reasons why I have a wife today. I could also always count on him to lend me his clothes. Jimmy likes to buy clothes, so every time I went out with Jimmy, I always had the nicest clothes and jeans because he would let me borrow it. I'd like to think that I also taught Jimmy a few lessons myself. My dad and I took him on his very first roller coaster ride.
I do not, because I got a phone
Not a good
call.
laugh.
I introduced him to the great Latin culture. So you're welcome, Maddie.
It's working out well.
I taught him how to curse at the Magic games and how to save money at the bar by drinking the whole bottle before. I knew when I first met Maddie, she was the right one for Jimmy. Not only was she beautiful, kind, and smart, and hardworking, but she was Hispanic. She loved to watch the Bears and the Magic with Jimmy and even joined in on hoisting the obscenities at the television when things weren't going our way. I knew it was a match made in heaven. I knew this because not only for the reasons I mentioned earlier, but because Jimmy made her happy and she made Jimmy very happy. I couldn't be more excited to share this day with you guys. Jimmy, you're not only my best friend, but you're my brother. I couldn't imagine you ending up with somebody more selfless, sweet, and loving person than Maddie. You both have begun a truly wonderful life together, with today's ceremony sealing together two spirits that have begun the path of two becoming one. I offer my blessings to my brother and my sister for a continued happy journey down this path with a long, prosperous, and happy life together. And finally, I would just like to leave you off with two quotes which I think sums up everything perfectly. Marriage is not just the spiritual communion, but it's also remembering to take out the garbage and putting a toilet seat down. And for those that attended Jimmy's bachelor party,
Stop. We're good.
where did Jimmy go?
Where's Jimmy? Guys, where's Jimmy?
Where's Jimmy? Family and friends, I now ask you to raise your glasses and toast to honor Jimmy and Maddie.